We are here in Vault 88 and today we're going to take a look at 3 mods. The first one is called Alert Carry Lower Your Weapons by Alex Bull UK. The second one is called Bullet Time by Registrated 2000. And the third one is called There Was a Firefight by Fruckert. Now we are here in the Vault because I'm doing a let's play on the DLC. The VaultTec Workshop DLC. So this is where we hang out these days, me and Longfellow actually. Real quick, if you're wondering about the outfit, that is the Gunslinger outfit by the RealElinora, and I will leave a link to it in the description of the video. First, let's start off with Alert Carry Lower Your Weapons. So, in the vanilla game, when you run around with your weapons drawn, you run around like this, almost. Can't really remember now because it's been so long since I've done it. I've had this mod installed forever. But this is what you do, you know, you go over to talk to someone, you know, with your gun in their face. So of course I never did that. I never had my gun out except for when in fights, because that's just, nobody does that, you know. But this mod, it does this. That's what it does. It lowers your weapon. And it has, you know, such a huge impact. It makes everything so much more real, doesn't it? It really does. I'm making another Let's Play, which I haven't published yet, but I will very soon, on the main story, where I have a character who uses a crossbow. And it works on crossbows too. So let me read what the guy says here. He says, when you got your weapon in your hands, but you aren't aiming down the sight or firing it, then you will hold it lower down in alert carry pose. Much better for immersion than rudely pointing your rifle in people's faces as you speak to them. And I couldn't agree more. Works for all non-melee weapons in the game, including the ones found in Automatron and Far Harbor. Even works while you're in power armor. So that's what it says, and that's what it does. And it's awesome. Can't recommend this mod enough. It's really, really cool. So let's move on to the next mod, which is the Bullet Time. Now, I'm going to talk about Bullet Time today. I know there is a mod called VAFS. Not Vats with a T, but VAFS with an F. Which does the same thing, and in addition to doing what this mod does, it saves your criticals and all of that. The reason why I'm not using that, I'm using Bullet Time, is because I like the visual effects of Bullet Times better than the other ones. And I haven't really looked at the other one. I haven't had time. But I'm going to, so I'm going to cover VAFs too. But for now, we're going to talk about Bullet Time. The only thing I did was download it and favorite it to my favorites menu, or quick menu. I haven't done anything to any of the adjustments because you can tweak the adjustments of this mod. So I'll show you what it does. Let's pretend that we have something over there, so we're going to shoot it. What I do is go to my quick menu and I choose Bullet Time. What happens now? It slows down time. So if I shoot, you can see the bullet goes really slow. I don't know if you can see him. He walks in slow motion. See that? So that's what it does, and it's a great alternative to Vats, because I don't really like Vats. I like it. I use it a lot when I'm panicking, which is a lot. But I'm getting better at this, so I'm using this. I try always use it because I just love it. I really do. The cinematic effect of it is awesome. It really is. Look at that. It's awesome. So what you do is that you press the favorite menu. Of course, you gotta have it here on console. So you press it once like that. time slows down, and you shoot whatever it is. And to save your action points, because it uses action points, it uses the action points that you have, right? So to save your action points, you just choose it again to turn it off, like that. So as I said, it uses action points just like Vats. And you know, of course you can stay in this slow-mo time the longer, the more action points you have. But again, you can tweak the settings of this mod. So you can have it use less action points if you want to. You can have the visual effects to be like in Vats, or I think it was Jet, but we will take a look at it. We'll go to the menu and check it out in just one second. Just want to show you again how awesome it is. You just choose it like that and then turn it off. Super, super awesome thing. I will read what the page says too, but let's go and check the menu of this thing. And here it is. Bullet time configuration. It is under aid, so you just choose it with your A button like that, and the menu pops up. See, here we can configure time dilation factor, we can configure AP cost, configure visual effects, or cancel. Let's just exit the menu, right? So let's go to the first one first. Configure time dilation factor. So here you can choose how slow time will be, and my setting is 30%, but you can put it to 70%, 50, default is 30, it's the same as Jet, it says. Extra slow is 4%, that's Vats, or you know, exit. Now the next is configure AP cost, and here you can choose that it doesn't use any AP if you want to do that. I have set it, you know, I haven't touched it, so it's the default, and that is 20%. That is, yeah, 20 AP per second. There we go. You can set it to 10 AP, you can set it the default as I have 30 AP per second, 40, 50, or yeah, and or exit the menu. So default is 20, and that is what I'm using. There we go. The next is visual effects. So you can have no visual effects at all. If you want that, you can have the defaults, which is what I have, which says that it's Vats. But when I use this VAFS, the other one, it looks different when it says it uses Vats. So I'm not really sure. I haven't compared them, you know, like side by side or something. Vats and bullet time and Vats. Vats, VAFS, oh god, this is difficult. I haven't compared it side by side, Vats, VAFS and bullet time. Because I couldn't be bothered really. I just tried VAFS and I didn't like the way it looked, but I do like the way this looks. So, but you can also set it to use Jet. So let's try that. Let's try and use Jet like that. Just check that it actually did that. Did it do that? Set to 2. Yes, yes. Okay. Go out. So we choose it again. See, now it looks like this. Which is also, it's cool, you know. I like the, you know, the red sparkle there is actually quite cool. I have to say. It is. I like that. But I don't know, I just prefer the... here we go. The default. There we go, that's better. I prefer this. I absolutely do. So, super easy to use. It takes a little practice, you know, to get used to doing that. But you get a hang of it. And I do recommend having it here to the left. I don't know. I find it very easy to choose the ones on the left there. But that's up to you. That's bullet time for you. Let me read what the page says here. Features. Hotkey activation. One toggle for both on and off. Bullet time real time. The toggle turns bullet time on and off immediately, no lag or delayed effects. Real-time AP drain while bullet time is active. Fully configurable. Set time dilation factor, AP cost and visual effects in-game. All aspects are configurable to suit your playstyle. Increase, decrease or turn AP drain off completely, or change the time dilation factor. Choose if you want a visual effect like with jet or no overlay at all. All settings are configurable from within the game. No need to swap out plugins, works with gamepads. Why bullet time? Bullet time is a great alternative to Vats. While Vats takes control away from you and keep you rooted in a spot, bullet time lets you retain full control over your mobility and aim. And instead of blaming a miss in Vats on a set of chances on the screen, well, now you can blame your aim. When you install the mod, you will receive the bullet time activator in the aid section of your inventory. Assign this item to your desired favorites hotkey and enter bullet time by activating the item. That's it. So again, I cannot recommend this enough if you don't like Vats. If you love Vats, you know, it's... yeah. Why not have them both? I use them both. I use Vats when I'm super panicked, which is a lot, and I use this also a humongous lot. You can check out my Let's Play if you want to see it in action. I use it a lot, I really do. So that was it for that, and the last mod that we're going to check out is There Was a Firefight by Fruckert. Allows shell castings to stay on the ground for longer, allows more of them to be visible at once, and make shell ejection slightly more realistic looking. So if you were looking at my shell casting there and thought that something was not like it is with yours, you now know why. It's because of this mod. I really like this mod. I'm just gonna do that so that you see. Look at all those bullets, and they stay there for a while. They really do. They really do. Empty. I don't have any more ammo now. So, as you can see, it just makes things a little more realistic. It absolutely does. I'll read the page for you again. Allows shell casting to stay on the ground for longer, allows more of them to be visible at once, and makes shell ejection slightly more realistic looking. Frequently asked questions. Question: does this work with blah blah blah? And answer: yes, it's yes, it's compatible with pretty much everything. If it doesn't seem to work, put it near the bottom of your load order. And the GMST tweaks. F gun shell lifetime 5 to 300, 5 seconds to 5 minutes. So before it was 5 seconds and now it's 5 minutes. It looks like I'm not real good at this kind of terminology, but yeah. And max debris count 25 to 750. This probably affects more than just gun shells, he says. And then F gun shell eject speed goes from 160 to 322. And gun shell direction randomize from 0.45 to 0.225. Still here, my shell casings still on the ground. So, you know, it looks like, yeah, there was a firefight. Ha 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 ha. So, that was it for today, people. It's 3 little mods, but yeah, oh my god, they are on my favorites list. I tell you, they really are. They just have such a huge impact on your experience when you fight. Absolutely, they do. Now, I also forgot to mention Longfellow's coat there is also a mod, if you were wondering. It's a really great looking mod. It makes different versions of the Colonial dusters. You can make it in a chem station. I'll leave a link to that mod also in the description of the video here. I'm just trying to find it here. 1 second. Yes, I found it. It's called Colonial Duster Retextures by R97R. And the hat that he's wearing is the hat that comes with this mod, which is the outfit that I'm wearing, which is the Gunslinger outfit by the RealElinora. And again, I'll leave the links in the description of the video if you want to download these mods. That Colonial Duster comes in several different colors with that mod. It's white, it's teal, it's black, it's gray. They're all great. Minuteman version, a Ranger version, lots of different Colonial dusters. So, that was it for today. We looked at some awesome mods, I have to say, and Bullet Time and the other 2 mods there are on my favorites list. I promise you they are. So again, people, go out, have huge amounts of fun, and thank you so much for watching.